Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys how to use the 3-in-1 iPhone stand design that I created. If you want to purchase this design, you can come to Etsy and look up Fresh Start Customs, or you can go to freshstartcustoms.com, and I appreciate your support. If you'd like to make this on your own, that's where you'll get the files at. With that said, once you download the files, it'll come in a zip folder that looks like this here under the photos. You'll then right click it, click extract all, and it'll look something like this here. And then you can choose browse and select where you want to install it at. I'm going to do it just to the desktop and click extract. Once you do that, it's going to look like this folder right here. It's going to be a blank folder. You'll double click it and it'll open here, and you'll double click on this. And once you have that opened, you'll see all of the files here. So I have an adjustable fit for your Apple Watch charger. It's a bonus file. You have the PDF files, which I recommend you use to prevent scaling of like on import to your program. And then we have the SVG files as well. So before you get started, I recommend you reading this how to use our files properly. Read before doing anything file right here. If you double click on that, it's going to show you exactly what we're talking about in this video, from unzipping the folder to what programs or what files I recommend for which programs here to prevent scaling, the reason why scaling can happen, and the instruction information. So definitely read this over. And then I also updated the instructions for this to make sure you read that file. So if you open up the instructions, you can see here the type of material it's made for up top. And then I added in to make sure you read that file first to prevent any kind of scaling on import. I always recommend using the PDF files to prevent that from happening when possible. And most programs that don't use PDF will use the SVG file without scaling, but that is something that you can run into, and you may have to save in a special way for your laser. I can't control that based on every program and every laser in the world, so just keep that in mind. So now that we got all of the instructions and everything out of the way, let's go ahead and open up the files so you can take a look. We're going to use the PDF files because I always recommend that. And in this case, we're going to make sure the watch shows up on the left side here. So we're going to right click this, choose open with, and then I'm going to open it with my program, Illustrator. Your program may be something different. If you're using Illustrator, you can use the SVG files and the Illustrator files without worrying about scaling. If you're using a different program, definitely use the PDF and open it just like this. And your file will look like this here. So if I highlight all of them with the watch to the left, here's the correct sizing. Your scale should look like this: 11.1743 inches by 8.5809 inches. That's how big the file to the left should be. So that'll give you an idea on scaling here. So once you have the file created, you can edit this. You can add your own like text engraving, like right in the center here. You can do whatever you want with the file. Just make sure you don't scale it up or down in size, because that will affect the fit of the material, and you want to use the correct material for this. And then after you save your file in a PDF format, again, you can go to File, Save As, and then choose PDF format. Just make sure you save it like that. You can then import it into your laser. So we're going to use a Glowforge because that's what all my designs are originally based on. You'll just go up to create a design, upload a file, and then you can choose that watch to the left that you saved here, and we're going to choose open. And then we're going to wait for it to import here. It may take just a second. And there you go. We have it imported into Glowforge's system here. And then all we need to do is choose like a material. This one's going to be more of a thicker material. So I'm going to use thick maple just for my cut settings. But I'm going to use the correct material size, which is 0.2 inches. And this will cut out the board for me here. And then I can assemble that file, and it'll end up looking like these pictures here in the back after we print it off here. So that is exactly how you use this file here. Hopefully that was a quick rundown and a brief explanation of it. But yeah, the important thing that you want to do is make sure you use the PDF files to prevent any kind of scaling. And you want to use the correct material thickness, which is 0.2 inches thick. So not quite a quarter of an inch thick, but not a little under. But it is sold as a 1/4 inch thick from Menards. So keep that in mind. If you do use different materials, this could be a little bit more wobbly, or it could be a little bit tighter of a fit, and you may have to adjust those slot sizes. So for example, if it's thicker, you may have to make this slot size bigger. If it's thinner, you have to make it a little bit thinner, and then that can affect the structure of it. So it may be more wobbly or maybe tighter as well. So those are all things you have to consider when you purchase an Etsy design or a laser file there. But if you use the correct settings, the correct material, and the correct PDF format, it should all work without a hitch there. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you.